This hip hop sucked this year, B.
B. Into the Dome was telling you earlier, bro. Earlier this year, bro. It's a light week. It's a light year. But do, do you want to
It's
talk about our list before we start to talk about how we feel about hip hop this year?
we could talk about our mid-year list. We could start with some of the stuff that we've been really enjoying this year, some of the stuff we've been going back to, and some of the stuff we highly liked.
So
Yeah, we
so
can go with our list,
so
B.
so before we have our grievances with the year of hip hop this year, we're gonna talk about, we're gonna shine light on the projects we do like,
Hmm.
and what should be checked out. So it's not all gloom because I think it's not about the quality for me. You know what I'm saying? It's more of
Hmm.
the what are we gonna support? Like what the people supporting. The people are talking about hip hop is back, hip hop is here, this is what we want. But we have so many other artists that's actually putting out the music, putting
Hmm.
out the dope albums, but we really not
Hmm.
supporting them like that because they act like, oh, these are lesser known artists. But like, bro, every artist come from a lesser known, you know what I'm saying,
Hmm.
background. But we know what comes with the politics when it comes to like the labels and oh they independent, they not getting pushed like that, right? So if we notice that, if we look at hip hop from what it is, and like we know hip hop is not known for the underground scene, it's no way you can say hip hop is back. No way. You can say hip
Hmm.
hop is back if you base it off what we see as a whole in the mainstream. Want to know why? And Dom said this on his video they put out a few weeks ago. Niggas is so excited for a Clips album, and I'm excited for it.
Yeah, same.
It's not a problem. The problem is what are the other artists, the newer artists, other artists that's been around? Where are they dropping? Where our excitement for their projects? We're excited for Eclipse. I want to know why? Because they've been going for like 15 years.
Hmm.
So the people that love them, love the work, we're excited for that album. But it should be other things, bro. I remember doing most anticipated album for the year. Like, oh man, I can't wait till this drop. B, did
Hmm.
we do that this year? Did we even think about
Hmm.
any of that?
I think the problem is there's a lack of like releases that we know are coming out. And we find out when they're coming out when a Twitter page says, "Oh, this album coming soon."
You
What is
think?
coming soon? Because Pierre Bourne was coming soon for like 2 years. Pause.
You,
Pause on that. He was
so
coming
you
soon for
think?
two
Are,
years.
are you thinking Beyonce ruined the music industry with the surprises and the
Yes,
no
I.
rollouts?
She's ruined it, but also it just shows like the power of like instead of me putting all my ad and marketing dollars into that, I can just drop it and y'all just share it for free. I don't need no promo rollout for this.
Like, yes.
B, Gen X dropped. Everybody,
Hmm.
well, it was a surprise project. Yeah, but by the end of Friday, you knew Kendrick Lamar came out with a new album because everybody was talking about it on that Friday. I hate when
Hmm.
people use that excuse. If you're a big artist and you drop, everybody gonna know. When Drake randomly dropped If You're Reading This Too Late, everybody was talking about it this weekend. Know Yourself was a big song by the time Monday came around, and everyone at my college, where I was going to college school at, knew that song, at least that
Hmm.
one song. Stop it. We got to stop this with the whole surprise rollouts. Oh, they would have done bigger numbers if the rollout was big. Shut up. We knew
Hmm.
we you gonna have time to listen to a goddamn album, a 1 hour album throughout a whole weekend. You got time, goddamn it. You
Hmm.
gonna split it up, but you got time. Let's not
Yeah.
act like these out Taylor Swift drop right now, B. Guess what? Well,
The
not my side of the
Swifties.
Twitter. Yeah, they gonna know and they gonna spread it. They gonna
Hmm.
show love to it. Obviously, my TL won't show that because I don't follow anyone that listens to Taylor Swift. But it's gonna somehow pop up in my algorithm now.
Yeah. And
I'm just
it's like
saying, B.
this. We talked about how we don't like the rollout from the clips, or like just the antics of what Pusha T's doing, but the traditional rollout is a thing that I think we need. I think we still need the build up.
Hmm.
We need the build up. I think we had a conversation about rollouts important, right? Didn't we talk about that like
Yeah,
earlier this year?
but no, yeah, because we had the conversation. Our rollouts needed, and we
Oh,
was
they
talking
need
about
it.
big artists like Beyonce, Taylor
Yeah, they
Swift,
not
Nicki
they.
Minaj, Drake, J Cole, and all that. Like J Cole's might delete later. B. That's a good
Yeah,
example too.
right. Like them guys is different. Guys like what Clips is doing, guys like Schoolboy Q, guys like Absol, guys like J Rock, like it's guys at that mid tier lane, even like Vince Staples, all them type of guys. They need like rollouts. The Futures, the Travis Scotts, they just got to tell you the album's coming,
Hmm.
and people's gonna be their fans are gonna be ready. But when it comes to
Hmm.
people that's trying to reintroduce themselves, like what the clip's doing, they reintroducing themselves to a whole new audience. People just know Pusha T, but they don't know Malice. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it's like this is it. This
So
rollout is a smart rollout. I understand it. Yeah, I don't like the antics. I think that's whack. But
yeah,
I understand why it's making the moves and have everybody talking, right? It's like even with Jim. Jim doing a rollout right now for nothing. He just
hmm,
talking about Nas, but it's like it sucks. I don't like that. It's corny to me. I don't
hmm.
I like let the music speak for itself. Like I know what Jim is doing. He know how to get everybody talking about him. That's like the new way of like getting, people and eyes on you. But it's like, bro, it's whack. But at the same time, it's working. Get
He
yourself
said
out
it
there. Get
himself. He
on.
said this bait has gotten his streams up ever
Go to the
since.
yeah, because everybody like, oh, who is Jim Jones? Let me go listen to him. Let me go see what he's about. So it's like how he's doing it, it's whack. But
So
it's has some sting to it. It's working.
B, I gotta ask you a question because back then you would need to do a rollout because boom, you gotta get people's eyes on you. You put the
Hmm.
music video out, you put the song out, you gotta get the songs from radio plays, you gotta get the songs from radio buzz. The people start announcing on the radio like, oh, so and so's album, this is the song from so and so's album that's coming out this week. We really don't have that no more. We basically have Twitter pages that kind of either do it for free or they get paid behind the walls. I mean, behind
Hmm.
the, you know what I'm saying? They get paid behind the
Hmm.
scenes to, advertise these
Also with
albums.
YouTube reactors as well.
Hmm. So it's like, I hate to say it like this, the new form of a rollout is paying these social media people instead of paying for advertisements to help push that song out, push that
Hmm.
thing out. Because there's so many people that's reacted to a clip song. I'm like, y'all not in the clips. Like, come on, y'all
Hmm.
not even that old. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I like clips, but I never even listened to a full album by clips until maybe like last year, I think.
Yeah.
I've heard the singles, I've heard the songs, but I've never fully listened to a Clips album like that. Nor have I heard people really talk about Clips like that when I was growing up.
Hmm.
So yeah, rollouts are needed for certain artists, especially with artists coming from that elk back then of them being in the early 2000s. You had to put a single out back then. You couldn't just surprise drop it. Your CD was in store and no one knew about it because you had people that actually had to go and buy it physically.
I think mid-tier artists should like B tier like artists should roll out. Each rollout. I think we need to be talking about you, your album, your single. We need to see you. We even need to see you we need to see you when you're not rolling out an album.
Mhm,
You're not Kendrick Lamar. You're not Drake.
mhm. You can't be mysterious. You're not the
We
weekend.
they're already we're not in touch with them. Like, yes, you used to can tweet at Drake or like Kendrick and all them. That's when they was younger. I mean, they were like, younger into the game and stuff like that. But right now, those guys, we need to see you around still, even if you're not pushing out anything, because you are a product. You are yourself a product. You have to market yourself towards people. We have to buy into you. So I think the rollout is needed. And I think that right now, hip hop is also dealing with oversaturation. I think the music industry as a whole. But when it comes to mainstream hip hop and why I think it's such a mid year is because of the artists that I said, that I think that we should be pushing a little more. We're not focusing on that. We're caught up into this Stan war with Drake and Kendrick, and I think it's clouding everybody from actually, you know, listening to the music. I don't even know if people listen like they think they listen to music because they too busy talking about the Drake and Kendrick beef. They too busy worrying about Drake fake abs, which are disgusting. Drake, this it's like the nigga got them out of a cereal box or something, like a little treat and just put them on his
I
phone.
haven't seen the picture. I've seen comments on the picture, but I
Oh,
haven't
that's
actually seen the picture.
yeah, but nah, but that's some bad abs, bro. That's some bad works. But I think that with the discourse, like yeah, we do reviews, but reviews are not popular no more. You at most, you probably have over 100 because I'm speaking for channels I don't even know about. You might have over 100 plus channels on YouTube actually doing reviews on albums. That's not happening no more. Nobody actually reviewing albums no more. Nobody actually talking about the music and getting out there. Because when you go to hip hop culture, it's a lot of like hot takes. It's a lot of think pieces going on about artists and why they happen this, why so and so don't like this person. It's a lot of that going on. And which it sucks because sometimes I have to feed into it because I'm trying to get in the algorithms. I want people to watch some of our videos and go to the channel and actually watch us talk about music because not many people watch, they don't watch the music, B. They don't look at the
Mm,
music. How much I love that in hip hop, bro. You can go look at their channel now and you look at their review. They don't do reviews as much anymore. They have another, thing dedicated towards it when they do more. But if you go to their main channel, they barely excuse me, they barely do reviews because not many people are gonna go to it unless it's like a huge artist. But like nobody's watching it no more. They not talking about the music in a way it should be talked about. It's like
mm.
a discourse like, oh, was he throwing shots at him? Or was he doing this? Why is J what really happened with J. Cole? Is J. Cole J. Cole is overrated. And
Hmm.
it's just you have to get into those type of talks. And it's like want to have the hot take, want to have this think piece around the artist now. And
It's the
it's
shade
getting
room era of hip hop.
yeah, bro, we're not talking about the music no more, and it sucks because it's great. It's people that's putting out really dope music, but the channels that big enough to talk about it, they're not gonna talk about it. And if they try to talk about it, they're not gonna get no views from it. So they're not gonna talk about it. They're not,
It
bro.
is a
We put
business at the end of the day.
it is a business. You know what I'm saying? And like with us, we been authentic. Like we talk about Shay Noir. We put the clip out about her, bro. What like 6 views? Like we're a smaller channel, so I'm not
Hmm.
expecting us to have like crazy views. But I'm like nobody want to watch that. They don't care no more. Like that's not, we are built off negativity. That's just
Hmm.
across the board. You look at the charts, right? If you want to look at the mainstream, I'm talking about like 100, the top 100. You look at the R&B charts, hip hop R&B charts. It's a few artists in there, of course, because they have to chart that. But if you go on the top 100, we're not dominating nowhere. Albums, like look at Carter Six, bro. All that stuff dropped off like what 2 weeks later. The only song that still be on there is like I think it's still in the top 200, the albums. But if you look at
Hmm.
the top 100, I think all the songs are dropping. They're dropping. I think hip hop is the song that's still on there with Big X the Plug, and people like that because of the hook.
I told you, it's the voice that people like about him. And I told you that's the radio song right there, and I don't like it.
Hmm. I'm about that,
Yeah.
but that hip hop. They got that two shot.
On the
I'm supporting
Bobos, on
him.
the
He
Dodos.
from Texas, bro. He from up the road. Hey, yo, ditch your stuff, man. I heard you got a country album coming out. People are anticipating, but hip hop is in a bad spot right now, and people are not being honest. They're not being honest, B. They're not. Go look at the
I agree.
Kendrick is the only person benefiting from this,
Well,
and
B,
Drake is
but that's
still
the thing.
benefiting from it,
But B, he wanted to watch the party die, and now look at it, it's dead.
I got people tried to kill me on the timeline last week
Hmm.
because that one chick on Twitter that was kind of going at everybody about people was one guy compared Kendrick Jean scheme his he did I think he did a scheme like Jen or Jean, it was one of those, he did a scheme
Uh-huh.
on the Pusha T, I mean the Clips track, and the guy was comparing it to the scheme and the flow of what Drake was doing on the Irish
The
fighting Irish
timestamps.
freestyle or whatever.
Oh
Yeah, I think it
yeah.
was fighting Irish or whatever. He was just like, yo, he's just flipping the word like a lot of artists do this. And then she
Hmm.
brought up the term advanced lyricism. And I'm like,
Oh, I remember that. Her name was like Hershey
yeah,
Chocolate or
and they
something like that.
all trying to kill me saying I'm stupid. And I was saying this, I was like, the point that I'm saying to y'all is just because someone don't like the art you like doesn't mean it's not meaningful to you. Not meaning it's not is gonna be just because it's meaningful for you, it's not gonna be meaningful for everybody. We all know it's subjective, and that's what I'm trying to say. And I'm like, why do we sit here and degrade people and talk down on them just because you saying they stupid, they ignorant, they don't understand what's going on in the verse? Just because it's a deeper meaning in the verse, don't mean someone's gonna connect to it. That's why when it comes to certain rappers, when you talk about coke rap or people that's just really barring down, it's really no connection to the lyrics. They just know it's a dope bar. It's fire. I like the way they delivered it. I like the way they said it. But they were saying, "Oh, someone's saying this and this and this, and he flipped this and that." And like, how do you not like this? They pretty much saying like, why you don't like this? It just didn't connect with me. Like what he did, I seen people not doing it before, and I seen him do it better. I'm not moved by it. And they was just, bro, they was trying to kill me, B. They would call me, oh, like, look, he didn't respond to this. I'm like, bro, I'm done talking to y'all. I told y'all that it's subjective, bro.
Well, B, Kendrick Lamar discovered lyricism. That's why. It was Nas, then Kendrick. Those are the only two lyricists to ever exist.
Kiko had a tweet that I so agree with, bro. He said he know Lupe is this why Lupe mad at this why Lupe be throwing a little salt at Kendrick. Because this dude does the craziest stuff lyrically, scheme wise, that you won't even pick up to. Like this dude is crazy when it comes to
Like you
like
go
hidden
on, you got to
messages.
go on Genius to decode it.
Like
You
it's
got to.
genius don't even know it. They be
Hmm.
wrong. And it's so crazy that they give Kendrick like this crazy praise. But I'm like, bro, Kendrick's dope. I love Kendrick music.
Same.
But I'm like, bro, it's people out here that's doing that two to three
Tenfold.
times better, bro. Like
Because Kendrick
crazier.
is
And I'm like,
sacrificing to have the appeal towards the
to
mainstream,
do it. And
while artists like a Billy Woods or Lucid and things like
mhm.
that, they're gonna go over your head. And I'm like, I don't know what the
Yeah.
f they talking about
And they're
right
gonna
now.
actually talk about political things and things that are deeper. Kendrick is not fit to sacrifice his freaking his career for that. Cause I'm like, y'all try to talk about corporations and people being bought, and he's one and they were like, oh, Kendrick's not they always try to say Kendrick a darling. Bro, all the bigger artists like in Kendrick and like Drake and all them guys, they are darlings. They are the money. They are the money. They're not for to sacrifice that. And I'm like, y'all give all these praises, people talking about like they grassroots. I'm like, Billy Woods, even Kendrick said it. If hip hop was what he said, if hip hop like lyricism or something, Killer Mike could be platinum. They don't
Hmm.
care, B.
They
Even he
don't.
know it. You have to dumb yourself down.
Hmm.
Like you have to. That's why I'm saying if we love lyricism so much, a lot of these artists we talk about week to week, that they will be way more established. Because back then, I can give back then a little bit of credit, right? That at least back then it wasn't really like this underground like that. So the guys that was actually really rapping, they had to get they had some type of hits, and it wasn't like this formulaic hit. They
Hmm.
actually was rapping on their stuff. So I give them that point. But if you look at it today, B, and you look at the
Mm.
top 100, you look at the hip hop charts, if you look at the charts, the tracks that people saying that hip hop is not back for, them tracks are still charting. But if you look at the top tracks, it's just one person. Well, two people. You look at Drake and you look at Kendrick Lamar. But other than that, you got the Moneybag Yo type of tracks. You got the Big X the Plug type of tracks. These
The
not
finesse
lyrical
two
miracle tracks.
times.
Yeah, these
Hmm.
not hip
Boss man
hop.
D-Lows.
Bro, come on, man. It's so be it or no. Is if Ace Trumpets is that charting?
I highly doubt it. I'm trying to look at the charts right now, but it's telling me I gotta subscribe, which
Yeah,
is
the hip hop R&B
stupid.
charts. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But
stupid.
so I'm just saying, bro, we have to be honest with ourselves. I love hip hop. If I have any disagreement with any of you Kendrick Lamar fans, y'all say only like one artist. They was in there like pretty much trying to say I was a Drake fan. When I just posted an art piece I got from Kendrick Lamar. I'm like, bro,
Hmm.
what are y'all talking about? And look, B, before we get into our list, it's a whole nother thing that we need to talk about through what Punch said. You saw that Punch tweet that got him in What's the Dirt back and
You
forth?
talking about the thing like if you're a Drake fan, you're probably a Trump fan or something like that?
Yeah. It's on the
Uh-huh.
lines of that. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I should have had it.
I'm looking at the top 10 of Billboard right now. Lil Tecca's in there. SZA SOS is in there.
Are you talking about
GNX is in
albums,
there.
the top 200?
Yeah. Top 200 of the albums.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
The
Some
albums.
Sexy Songs for You is in there.
Yeah. But B, I'm talking about
Uh
hip hop is back. Tekka, when they would say hip hop is back with Tekka, they say hip hop wants something different, bro.
yeah, Tecca
Let me
even
see if I
said it
can find
himself.
it.
There's like 30 other artists that sound just like him. If I'm looking at
Yeah.
top Billboard artists, Kendrick is in there, SZA's in there, The Weeknd's in there. That's it. Black artist
Okay,
wise.
this what Punch
Morgan
said.
Wallen's number one.
Oh yeah, of course. This bro, country is like the biggest genre right now. Country is back. But look, this what Punch said. The divide in hip hop is insane. It's like it's two different ideologies. The battle may have been the catalyst, but it feels like it's been bubbling for a while. No matter the topic it is, you can tell clearly who falls on what side. So this reminds me of like the tweet. This is one chick. She has like beef with Joe Budden them, and Ish said he didn't like what's the movie that came out with Michael B. Jordan them? Sinners.
Sinners.
And they said, look, he was the same person liking Drake. So he won't like the Sinners movie. Those type of people are technically they the coons. Sorry if you want to bleep that out. The Uncle Toms, they probably like Trump. So they trying to divide this, bro. Bro, that is dangerous. And it's also
Very.
the people that want to be critical thinkers open-minded. You gotta, it's more nuance. Y'all dead ass just shut all that down when y'all go against somebody. And I don't like that. I'm like, y'all pick and choose when y'all want to have nuance and do critical thinking.
I
Cause once it
agree.
because once it comes to someone that y'all don't like, y'all just totally disagree off the bat, no critical thinking at all. And I'm
Hmm.
like, the people that's so smart, all they do is read, don't critical think when it comes to things they don't like. So it is what it is. But it is what it is, B. I'm sick of these niggas.
I know. Yeah, that Hershey chocolate person that I saw on Twitter, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is so stupid. And I saw her do another take. I forgot what the take was. I forgot what it was. I think it was aimed at What's the Dirt. And I'm like, this is so stupid.
Yeah,
Where did this
bro.
account come from? This is just chilling with Moni part two right here.
Yeah, bro. She just super wordy and thinks she's just smart. I'm like, girl, I'm not
Yeah.
finna go because I said we get to these conversations and they become pretentious. Because
Hmm.
one side just trying to make another side look dumb when I'm just really trying to have a conversation about subjectiveness and how we just really can't be real with each other because we sit on two different sides of an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like we want this artist to always win. He can't put out nothing bad, or like you have to like this because they was like art have a deeper meaning. And I'm like me, they thought I was saying no art has no deeper meaning. I'm just saying just because that art means something to you don't mean it's gonna mean anything to me. That
That's
don't
what
mean I
art
have to
is.
connect with it. That's what art is. It's subjective. Oh, so she told me lyricism is not subjective, B. She says no subjective in lyricism. I say, girl, I was in my head like, what? You got people that don't even say freaking two chains of lyricists, or they don't even say who else we had a whole thing. They were like, is he lyrical? Scarface. It was some other people we was talking about. People think lyrical is wordy and always doing this and that. Bro, one of
Hmm.
the most prolific lyricists in music history is Bob Dylan. This nigga, get the fuck, bro. And I'm not trying to listen to no Bob Dylan. That nigga music sucks. And people just think because
Hmm.
I'm wordy and I'm rapping well and I'm doing these schemes that the supposed to sound good. Sonically, it sucks. It doesn't sound good. I'm not pleased by these beats. How is
I've
that a
been
problem?
saying the same thing. I've been
B,
saying the same thing.
B, why they just can't understand it? Like me, when I know you don't like something, I always be like, B, you might not like this. I never tell
Hmm.
you, oh yeah, bro, you just don't know. But I understand.
Hmm.
I know what you like. So I recommend stuff that I know. This dude's spitting, and he also gonna be on some production you gonna like.
Hmm.
He's saying some
Luca.
stuff. That's what I'm saying. It's like I know what to. That's why I'm like, yo, B, I'm not even gonna recommend you this. It's certain stuff
Hmm.
I won't even because I know you probably ain't gonna like the production. Because I know me, I'm into words, I'm into storytelling. Production sometimes comes second to me. Sometimes it depends on the
Hmm.
artist. But man, get out of it, bro. I just don't like when these people be so pretentious and then try to flip everything like you're
Look, I knew the
stupid.
divide. Look, I knew the divide came when everybody was hyping up that Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. That's why I knew the divide was here. I'm like, sonically, y'all like this? Y'all think this is his best album compared to Dang, to Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, Mad City, Section
Mhm.
80? I said, I know where the turn is now. To me, that was a turning point now in this space. I'm like, oh, y'all think lyricism can get your way out of actually making good sounding records? I was like,
And also is Kendrick. Some of these people they become they like I said, the parasocialism, the connection to these artists, they look at them like they gods. These niggas are human to me. I look at their
mm-hmm,
music. I don't hold these people up to no standard at all. They the same as me. So it's like they have these complexes that they can't disconnect themselves from these artists, bro. That's when the whole like relating to an artist really these people, oh, I relate to him. The older I got, the more I didn't have no more favorite artists. I didn't
mm-hmm,
connect to no artists like that. I just got older. I'm a grown man, bro. I got a family to take care of. I listen to music. If it connected me with like something lyrically or cool, I'm like, oh, the subject matter is dope. But I have no connection with these artists. When I was a kid and I was younger, to be honest, I did because I was young. You looking for someone to look up to, you don't understand. But when you get older and actually live life, man, I don't have no more favorite artists. B, I don't say nobody my favorite no more. I have a
oh,
favorite
I do.
album. I
Mm-hmm.
just don't. I don't look at these man. F these niggas, man.
I
I
got
don't
favorite artists still.
I ain't
God
got no
dang
more
it!
favorite. I
I
ain't got no
understand though.
favorite. Yeah, but I don't got no more favorite artists, bro. But you
Yeah.
ain't the person to have a favorite artist and everything they do you like. You gonna
Oh yeah,
if you don't like
because
something, you gonna say something.
hmm Sadly, and I've had to do it with one of my favorites last year with Bun B. I was like,
Yeah,
"Oh, this album ain't good, Bun. This ain't good."
it's
And I've done
Buns
that
B.
plenty of times. I- Disrespectful. I've done this plenty of times with Drake too. Oh, I've done it way more times with Drake than any other
Hmm.
artist. Freddie Gibbs is the only artist where I'm like, "You haven't put out anything bad."
Hmm.
This scares me.
Man, shout out to Beyond Beats and Culture